Hello, lacrosse friends, and welcome to the 2025 European Men's Lacrosse Championship in Wrocław, Poland. We are on day 9. I'm Steven Stamp with Bill Searle. There's a minute 42 to go until the face-off, but I don't think anybody's waiting. People are too excited to get this game going.
We've been having discussions here around the table, and there's no consensus. Last night in the Czechia Wales game, it was a consensus Czechia, and Wales almost messed us up on that one, but they didn't.
I went to overtime. Took a
Yeah.
Pavel Sirk goal, which was a great finish. Now we're on to a game for 5th or 7th, going into the 5th or 7th place games. This is huge. Whoever wins this game will join Latvia, who won over Italy, or over France. Over France in the other 5 through 8 semi to book their ticket to the 2027 World Lacrosse Men's Championship in Japan. The winner of this game is in that 5th place game, and they will also be assured of a spot in Japan. The loser of this game has to play France for the final, the 7th spot that Europe gets in those World Championships.
And that's going to be one of the highlight games on Saturday.
It is. Just before the gold medal game, those are 2 intense games. And the first game of the day, before those two, there's just the 3, is the 21st place game, and that is to see who goes to the Division II World Championships in 2027 in an as yet unannounced location, and who does not go to a Worlds at all.
I went back through some of the stats with both teams, and there's nothing really separating the two. That face-offs, they were relatively even. Goaltending was relatively even.
It was an 8-6 win for the Germans the last time that these teams played in pool play, and they're going to take the Czechs will take the opening draw. Matej Krystal will get it. He's got some pressure.
Must note that the Czechia was forced to play an extra game.
Mm-hmm. Germans finished first in the pool, so that win in the first matchup between these teams made a huge difference, as it did give the Germans a day off. We'll see how that affects them. I mean, on the one hand, you like to play a lot. For the Czechs, who don't play a lot of field lacrosse, probably not horrible to get another game in. They are buzzing in the offensive zone.
Still makes it a very long week.
It does. Martin Bose will flip it over there to Pavel Sirk, the guy who scored the game winner last night in one of the games of the tournament. Sirk battling off some defensive work from Rintaro Fujita, one of the veterans of this German club. They have a number of veterans, guys who have been around for a while, really driving the engine of German lacrosse. On the near side, Martin Peck trying to flip it over to Caden Vlasimski, who has been just a monster in this tournament with 19 goals, adding 5 assists. Here's Martin Bose. And last night, he had a scare because he had the penalty on his stick. We'll get to that as there's a push. No call. They pop back up, and it's scooped up by Vlasimski. We'll get into that in a bit, but Vlasimski has been just a sniper. They are watching him very attentively. Fritz Kleinhempel watching him, and there's a shot from Vlasimski, and that one is stopped by Mikhail Zinoviev.
So Czechia is loaded with box players, and you saw that north-south run. They're just going to try and power through the middle sometimes.
They really do. They pretty much only play box. They hadn't done any field. None of them had touched a long pole for months before this tournament. Maybe actually years. I'm not sure. Pavel Sirk, well defended by Fujita. Driving to the net. Nice effort there from Miloslav Rychan. But eventually he is separated from the ball. It's left there for Jake Steinfeld. And he'll go back to the goaltender, Zinoviev. The goalie at the other end, starting is Jakub Malashek. Germany taking their time getting up into that end. There is no shot clock yet in international lacrosse. Next year, an 80-second clock with a 60-second reset will start. And at that point, you're going to have 20 seconds. Huge. Big impact on the game coming. Moritz Spiegel settling things in for Germany in their first foray into the offensive zone. They had David Beckman, the long pole, up in the attacking area. He will now go to the bench. Watch out for Beckman. He is going to pick off some passes. There's 3 goals and 3 assists as a long pole. Mark Brandenberger, 13 assists, one of the top setup men in the tournament. He can score too, but he has been really focusing on distributing here. Winton Bastian. There's a rip from Bastian. He's going to... Oh, a moment of indecision by the official. Nice job, though. I like the way he looked back and forth to check where everyone was.
Exactly. I'm not sure the Czechia player noticed that the German was behind him and sort of gave up on that ball thinking he had position.
Yeah. Again, it's where whoever's closest to the ball when it goes out of bounds.
And where?
Well, closest to the ball means
Yeah.
where. Come on, Bill.
I get picked on a lot.
You should get picked on when saying stuff like that. You're an official. You know better than that. Behind the net is Sorenspiegel. 10 goals and 8 assists for him in the tournament. A little reverse whip attempt coming out from behind the net. Spiegel misses far side. That'll be backed up and scooped by Moritz Spiegel. Very different approach already that you can see from these two teams. Germany does have a lot of guys who play box, but they are a more traditional field team. And they're going to start with the first goal on a rip from Justin Wiesmer. Speaking of players who are high caliber box players as well, but Wiesmer just stinging it from outside.
I haven't covered a lot of the German games. I kind of thought Germany would try and turn it into a track meet. You know, play from the outside and do lots of dodges.
They might yet. Just a rip on that one. Bit of a dodge across the top, but really, I mean, Wiesmer just letting her go, right? 5 minutes in, we get the first goal of the game. And remember, 8-6 was the score for Germany in pool play. Swooping in there was Matos Tilscher. He's also a very high caliber referee. He gets stripped and the ball lands out of bounds. That's going to be German possession. That's a big ride to force that turnover.
I'm wondering if the ball carrier lost where the sideline was.
It's possible. Go back to Zinoviev. Goaltender taking his time. Nobody coming open for the Germans so far. Now we'll have a cut back from Leon Bohm. But they're going to go over to the far lines, and Steinfels gets turned back.
You see the short steps he's taken when he's trying to stop.
It has been rainy. We had huge storms a couple days ago. More rain today. Heavy at times. Kind of light right now, but easy for us to say if we're sitting under a tent.
Everybody else is trying to squeeze in behind us.
We are a very popular location. Pass to the near side, Marius Boots. Skidding to a stop and checking very carefully was Fritz Kleinhempel to make sure he was clear to go over center and avoid an offside.
He is not feeling very good right now.
Kleinhempel?
He's holding his thigh.
Oh, yeah, Marius Boots.
Yeah.
Number 10 who slid to a stop there. This field is a bit slick. Very different conditions on the different fields because this is an artificial turf. Fields 2 and 3 are natural grass, and obviously they're affected differently by the weather.
Yeah, the creases have become skating rinks on the other two fields. I can see Scotland over
lot
there
of
preparing.
Dirt. Yeah, Scotland. Who do they have?
That's a good question.
Thank you. I pride myself on the quality of my questions. Lasse Volkwartsen. Pass down low. And that gets away from Brandenburg, who was running into the official. Don't think he liked it, but I mean, the officials are in play. They have to be somewhere.
Yeah, I think what confuses Scotland's actually playing Spain. What confused us was all the green going by.
I was like, what is that?
That's actually Ireland.
I thought that was Ireland, but
of course, that's the other semi-final.
Where are they going? It's a bit early for them, isn't it? I guess not. I guess they're in about an hour. Ireland playing Italy in one semifinal. England and Israel in the other. Bill and I will be back for that one. Excited for that game, too.
So those 4 teams have already punched their ticket.
They have.
To go to Japan.
As has Latvia.
Yeah.
Beating France just in the game before this on this field. They were pretty fired up.
As they should be.
They should.
Pretty sure coming into the tournament, nobody saw that coming.
No, and they've been using that as motivation, and they are stoked. They got the big win. They said they wanted to beat a big dog, and they did it today in taking down France. Pavel Sirk. They know how dangerous a shooter he is. It's a tough matchup for the short stick, Jacob Buckerman, but he forces the errant pass, and the Germans will pick it up. Czechs so far not really being able to create a lot of opportunities. You were saying before the game, as a box primary team, they'll just a lot of bull dodges. They just go,
Be a lot
just
of
drive to the net,
north south,
straight line trajectories. See what happens. Moritz Spiegel flings it down, gets it back from the corner. He thought for just a moment about passing it. Realized, though, that it was a defender.
He's got a short stick matchup behind the net. I'm wondering if he wants to take a little run at him.
They are opening some space, isolating for him as he heads over towards the corner. Now he'll initiate his dodge. A little pick coming from Volkwatson. Spiegel. Looked like he might have a lane, but Tilscher taking that away. Good positioning as he dropped off of his man and just took the space by the net. Vismer. Back to Volkwatson. He is so dangerous. Just misses the net there. Well backed up. Sorenspiegel will start with possession.
If this is anything like what we saw earlier, you're going to see a lot of shots sail.
Yeah, it's tricky when the ball and the stick are wet. Don't necessarily have the same hold, the same release as you would normally. That's a great shooting lane. Nice save, though. Malashek pops right out to Vismer, and the Germans are just going to go right back to it. Winton Bastian had to retrieve his stick. He's number 26 in the middle. He's got a dozen goals in this tournament. Vismer scores again, 2-0. And Malashek can't believe it, but it's true. The ball is in the net. Germany's up 2-0.
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of shooting into the turf.
Yeah. Well, you've been talking ever since we've been having rain about how it skips differently, right? The ball, instead of bouncing up, it more or skips through the turf a bit, lower bounces.
Exactly. You get a real low trajectory on the bounce.
You really saw that one on that shot, right, where it went down below Malashek's stick.
Clean win by the Germans.
Yeah, Anton Knutzman just pulls it back.
He's doubled at the sideline here.
Ball's out, gets it back immediately, just flicks it ahead. That's going to work out very well as Beckman will get to it. Gooses it ahead, great play, but a little trouble scooping it up, so Beckman's going to come and try it again. This time, he'll be snagged by Simon Kuchera. Pressure immediately on Martin Hodan. Oh my goodness, that's not where you usually want to throw the ball, right in front of your net. Works out.
He was adamant about moving that ball over to the other side of the field.
Maybe he knew more about where everyone was. He did get it to his teammate, but that would have terrified me if I was a player on the team or their coach. Martin Hodania, though, a veteran for this Czech club, box and field, and players who have gone up against him say running into him is like running into a brick wall. Usually just bounce off. He is so strong. Matches Konotek trying to generate something against Knutzman. Flings it up.
Here we go.
Shimsky.
Match up with the shorty.
Yeah, they're just isolating, just clearing out for him. That is Rentaro Fujita, and he is no typical shorty. We were talking earlier in the tournament about how, you always hear that, you got the short stick matchup, let's go. But if you have a defender like Fujita or some of the other top SSDMs, you can get away with that. You can rely on them and not have to worry all the time about making sure you've got a pull on some of the top players.
Interesting. German defender closing the gap between the players so they don't have a chance to run at them.
Yeah. I think that's Beckman knowing that he's probably quicker than Lashimsky. That pass will get away, and it's going to go back to Germany.
Great defense.
Just smothering the Czechs. Beckman again has come up into the offensive end of the field. Pass caught there by Knutsman.
Nice, easy little ladder up the right side.
Brandenberger. Watched by right hand. Beckman's still up there as he set that pick. Brandenberger didn't see anything he liked in the slot.
Look
so
at
he's
the
gonna
congestion
fling it
in
out.
front of the net.
There's Fujita. Yeah, the Czechs really
They're
closing down the middle of the field.
well. They're trying to play a true man-to-man. They're following the players wherever they're going.
They get the outlet. Matej Kressel on the run. And they're going to say slow it down. Flashimski says, nope. You don't have numbers. Let's take it easy. Well, it did look like Lukasz Kuchera, number 5 on the far side of the field, was, I don't know if he was saying calm down or if he was saying, hey, maybe give me the ball. I don't think anybody's watching me right now. He was actually the leading scorer for the Czechs at the 2023 Worlds in San Diego as a 17-year-old. Very impressive young player.
There's that straight dodge.
Beckman retreats, then gets out after him, but the spinning shot. What a blast by Martin Peck. And the Czechs are on the board just 15 seconds before the end of the first quarter.
Great job coming back down from the crease through that congestion there. Players didn't see him coming up from behind.
Yeah, it's, watching it back to the he was kind of in the middle. That's okay. You got your monitor there.
I was looking at your
right?
monitor, and I have one right in front of me.
Yeah. But the he was kind of in the center area, in the slot there, or the stack, depending on what you like to call it. But he started to go as the defenders were spreading out, and then just kind of stopped. The quarter will end, but interesting little way to find the hole. And we go to the end of the first quarter with the score 2-1, Germany over the Czech Republic in this 5-8 semifinal at the European Men's Lacrosse Championship. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Germany?
And they were at the face-off dot. It's funny because we've been talking, you've been mentioning there's no dot or X. There actually is a little circle here.
There is on this field.
There is on this field. And it's got some duct tape.
Yeah, we were talking about the damage going on the other fields and how you can do the face-off anywhere along that line.
Battle along behind the net here, and Kuchera eventually comes away with it.
They're still changing here.
Yeah, long pole just heading off. Tilsher will hit the bench. One more change still as Mate Cressel is still heading off. And Martin Bose will toss to the far side to get things rolling. The last man on is Pavel Sark. He'll take the ball. Peck behind the net. Just his gloves a little bit. A little shimmy shammy. Had a cutter, but he was well taken away as Knotek was heading to the net. Knotek's on the back door, but they take him well. They're very aware of Knotek, who, I mean, to be fair, he's got 12 goals in the tournament. He is a deadly shooter. Here's Lasimski. Speaking of deadly shooters, 19 goals. Boy, the hand is right up by the throat of his stick. Really being cautious there before he's prepared to shoot. Beckbaum with the steal. He's racing down the field. He's going to shoot. Kick save and a beauty by Jacob Malashek. The acceleration on David Beckman just generating all kinds of issues. And the Germans have 2 long poles in the offensive zone. It is not often you see that. Will be turned over, though, as the ball pops out to Malasek. And he's just going to settle things down. Take a very patient clear. They send a bit of pressure with Brandenburger.
It's a good shot. Put it down at the goalie's feet.
Yeah.
Probably should try and get that out more to the top of the crease than in the crease.
I think it got the bottom of the shoe, given how fast that came out. Either that or he's going to have a sore foot.
Yeah.
Sir.
The sweeps don't seem to be terribly effective.
No, Germans defending them very well. And Kuchera somehow holds on to that through the hole, gets a shot off. It'll be saved, and whistle will be blown.
We're going to have a 30-second minor foul for holding here.
That'll give the Czechs a chance to even this up. I'm Steven Stamp with Bill Searle. This is the European Men's Lacrosse Championship.
Have we seen a skip pass yet?
I don't know that we have, actually.
I don't think we have.
Martin Bose just goes back up to the top. Cirk to Peck. Cirk's going to let that rip. Big save. Zinoviev. Going to circle behind the net. The player is released. We are back to even strength. And the Germans will have another player coming out to help with the clear. But the ball is past him, gets away. Now it's the Czechs' time to have somebody a long pull up. Jakub Adamiec gets the ball ahead, and a chance for Kuchera, who just missed. They're going to say German possession. Now, we saw this in our last game. We were calling Greece and Slovakia, where the one official called it one way and the other overruled. But in this case, very adamant call. Just staying on side. Well, actually, they had 4 guys back, so it's fine. You get used to that, though, wanting to make sure you stop before center.
Yeah.
He actually had Romarius Boots, could have gone over, but slammed on the brakes. And he's the one, remember, had a similar situation in the first quarter and then seemed to be a little uncomfortable with his thigh afterwards.
Germany's still waiting for a change here.
Yeah. We have a cheering section, I assume that is, just playing some pots and pans together, I think, in the stands. It's very rhythmic. There you go. Doom, 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 doom. That's it. That's the rhythm of the game. Here comes Moritz Spiegel. Turned aside there by Kuchera. Oh, trying to still fight his way through. They pass him off. No, Kuchera still with him. Spiegel.
Like
tosses it up to Soren.
Looked like a box game there for a second.
Yeah, that's going to happen. Vismer, pass behind the net. Oh, they almost had a shooting. Now they do. Hand save by Malasek. Big body play there on offense by Winton Bastian to open up the space, but as he was creating room, a Czech player swooped into it to grab the ball. Now Malasek surrounded by black jerseys, and that could get out. Yeah, it's just beyond the reach as Matosh Tilsher dives to try and knock it back in. And he must have the wettest jersey of the game right now after that diving attempt. They're trying the hidden ball trick. I don't know that the Czechs fell for it. Brandenburger behind the net.
Been a lot of that. Nobody falling for it.
No. Bismarck.
Germany content to set out wide and leave that lane in the middle, the stack, open.
Bismarck at the top. Volquatson behind the net. And everyone else kind of strolling back and forth between positions, setting something up.
You know, it's almost like they're waiting for the slip.
Brandenburger reverses course. Gets a shot off. Another foot save by Malasek, and we're going to see a penalty. 30-second foul.
He did a good job of rolling to the inside, and in order for him to not let him get the shot, the defender gave him a push in the back. So he will feel shame for 30 seconds.
Or less.
Or less, yeah. Minor fouls are releasable in goals.
Volquatson. Brandenburger coming out from below. Gets it back. Good ball movement. Just not seeing a lane they love until Volquatson gets that one, but that's going to be blocked out front. Germans will hang on to the ball.
Czechia players are doing a great job of getting the sticks in the lanes.
Very active.
Sticks and bodies in the lanes.
Yes. Foul is released. We're back to even strength. And that ball hitting the turf allowed the Czech player to get back into the play, and then he's going to pick it off. That's Simon Kuchera.
So we finally see a skip pass, and it gets picked off.
That's why they're not doing it. They're dangerous. They may not have realized that he had slid into that position as the player coming off the bench. Pavel Doshli, the ageless wonder. Oh, what a finish. Great pass in. Lucas Kuchera scores and knocks the defender over to boot. We're all tied up at 2-2.
Yeah, the defenders lost the Czechia player down by the crease, and all he does is step up into the lane.
Not a guy you want to lose track of.
No.
Kuchera, just 6 goals coming into this game, but he can score at any time.
So we're all knotted up here with 6.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Not all that surprising that it's a low-scoring affair.
Beckman, he's quite comfortable up in the offensive zone, but he is going to hand it off now. Gets Volquatson. Come to the near side, and Soren Spiegel. Germany finishing up the change. Again, the Germans patient. They have a cutter in Volquatson. He's watched by Martin Hodan. Spiegel backs up to initiate. Got the short stick matchup. Martin Bowes on him. Oh, great behind the back shot by Volquatson. Nice save though by Malasek. Brandenburger gets it back. If you take a look at number 17 Czech, Martin Bowes, his stick, he was so upset yesterday because he arrived a bit after the other players. He wound up getting a stick foul for having his shooting strings too long, over 2 inches. So pretty nice job there. Defensively, he had no idea. So head coach Brian Whitmer was saying he went around at the beginning of the tournament and snipped everyone's strings down to make sure they were within the allowable 2 inches. Martin Bowes showed up a bit late. They didn't think to go and get him as we're going to have a timeout taken by the Czechs. So
there has been another stick check other than that. Four stick checks in the game they did.
Well, and it was a multiple. Actually, the Czechs requested a stick check on Wales.
Yeah.
Right, in that game because it was so close when Wales scored a goal. So they requested a stick check and it didn't work. So that immediately Wales asked for a check on Bose, and he failed, got the penalty. It was repairable, obviously, just trim it down. But
30-second.
Yeah, but that was huge, and I'm trying to remember if they scored on that man up. I think they may have. I know he felt horrible. He said he was going to be the saddest, most guilty feeling guy in Wrocław if they had lost that game.
And it was a one-goal game.
It was. It went to overtime.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but he is intent on making up for that. His teammates aren't saying he has anything to make up. He's been a terrific player for them. But yeah, that's just a sickening feeling when you think your stick's fine, and they throw the flag. I mean,
if you've been reminded X number of times and you haven't bothered to check it yourself.
He hadn't been reminded.
Oh, you're reminded all the time.
I'm telling you,
as a player, you're going on the field. It's
different going into
it's different going into a men's league game on a Thursday night. Your buddy's reffing the game.
I'm telling you, he didn't know. I'm saying, look at his stick now. You can barely even tell there are shooters coming off the stick. Everyone's trimmed down. There will be no stick violations for the Czechs in this game. And now I'm looking at everyone. I'm seeing even Beckman defending him. I'm saying, well, that low string sticking out. There's a bit of length there. I wonder if you check that later, if necessary. Here's Kuchera, the recent scorer, who tied it up. We're coming up to 4 minutes to go in the first half. Fairly slow-paced game. Almost a great strip by Boots. But Leszymski hangs onto it. He's going for a trot around the back. Cuts it to the near side. Kuchera's going to score.
Wow.
There's no way you stop him from there. That's a great pass from Leszymski, who came in with 19 goals. He's adding assists in this one.
When we look at the replay, look how long he's open.
Oh, forever.
There must have been a late switch that somebody didn't pick up.
That's why I was saying he's going to score as he's shooting. There's no way you stop Lukasz Kuchera from there. Just unfair to Mikhail Zinoviev.
So Germany starting with the 2 quick goals, and since then they've done nothing. They've had a couple of shots on net.
I mean, a couple good chances. That one fantastic foot save by Malashek and a nice stick save as well. So some chances, but certainly not bearing anything and not looking consistently dangerous.
Oh, we did have an odd man situation, and there are the field conditions coming into play again.
Yeah, Kuchera came back to swipe it up as Anton Knutsman fell to the turf. Another timeout for the Czechs. They'll use their second of the half.
There are under 3 minutes left in the half, so probably a smart move.
Brian Whitmer, the head coach, as they're coming in, he kind of looks at them and says, it looks like it might be more trouble. I think that's what he's saying. We might have needed that for possession. They were probably okay by that point.
So you're going to hold for the last shot? 3 minutes is a long time.
That's a long time. I don't think so.
I think they're going to just work it around like they have and wait for somebody to get caught out of position.
I think so, too.
That seems to be how the goals are happening.
Yeah. And again, not to belabor the point, but these Czech guys, they're all box players. There's nobody on this team who's a field first player. So, 3 minutes, that's an eternity to stand around not doing anything. It can be done. I remember in Kufla, Canadian University Field Lacrosse Association, we've both been involved in, back before the shot clock. Guelph, when they won back-to-back titles in the 2013-14, there were times, I remember one of the league executive asked me after a game that Guelph was playing, they said, what do you do when Guelph is just running around behind the net for 7 minutes?
And
when we talk about
there's nothing wrong with doing that.
No, it's not against the rules. Not exactly enthralling lacrosse.
No. Well, Canada, U.S., and World Finals has not always been enthralling lacrosse either. Denver,
2014.
example.
Effective.
Yes.
Oh, Leszymski trying to just tap that one in as it was down around hip high. Not a perfect pass, and that's going to give the Germans a chance to run the other way. Timo Sander en route, passes off to Fujera.
Whoa. And he was...
Sorry, Rentaro Fujita. That shot by Spiegel goes wide.
It was well wide.
That's another where it seems the wetness affected him, because that you could see it just take off out of the end of the stick and not not really getting any grab, but just trying to snap through it.
That was when you tell the little kids to shoot overhand.
Yes.
They all want to shoot sidearm.
Yeah, much less chance of those problems when you go overhand. Bill Clutson. I thought that was a fake. Where did the ball go? I didn't even see what happened, but it is going to be a turnover.
Interesting that almost took the advantage away from the Czechia player by not letting them play on.
Minute and a half now. Maybe they wait.
Now you'll probably look for the last shot.
Yeah. Hand it over by Kressel.
Got a couple of changes going on.
Czechs keep moving. That ball pops away from Martin Peck. I think he may have just taken his eye off it as it was getting to him. He tracked it down very quickly. He is totally helicoptered, and the ball comes loose. Snagged there by Marius Boots. What a great play.
I believe Germany does have a timeout left, so
yes.
We'll see if they just try and get it over half and stop the clock.
They are over now, and they have the timeout. It feels like they'd already informed the officials. They wanted that one. So 52 seconds to go in the first half. A 3-2 Czech lead. Got to think Germany's holding for the last shot here. Try and even it up. So again, just for a recap for everyone, the way this progresses, the top 7 teams in this 2014 tournament earn Europe's berths to the World Lacrosse Field Championships in Japan in 2027. The next 14 teams, 8 through 21, will go to the Division II Worlds that same year, and the other 3 teams in the tournament will be out. So what this game means is the winner books their ticket to Japan. The loser has a game against France that's a must-win if they want to go to the Division Ones.
The winner of that game will advance, but we'll get the advancement into that.
There's the consolation prize, I guess. If you come eighth, you're going to be a pretty big fish in the Division II pond. But nobody is thinking that way.
And nobody has well, we don't know yet where that's going to be.
Yeah, no announcement as of yet.
There is a huge cost with teams going to Japan.
Yes. Underway with 45 to go here in the half. Czechs again in that man-to-man, just trailing everywhere the Germans go. They're going to try and open some space in the middle. Still 32 seconds. They will take a shot, but the backup, Brandenburger, is virtually on the back line to make sure they get possession back.
Half a minute. We are into stop
time. Oh, truck stick. Goal, Brandenburger. Miroslav Rychan can't believe it as he was just run over for Brandenburger.
He gets trucked coming out of the back. You know what? The defender got caught with one of his feet off the ground. So he wasn't set for that contact. All right, we're tied up. We still have 24 seconds to go before the half. See if somebody can pick this up quick off the draw.
That's a great point. It was crossing over. It didn't have the slide steps going. And that right foot as it was crossing, it was right in front of the left when he got hit.
Shuffle step, don't cross step.
Brandenburger, great awareness if he really knew that's what was going on. The Czechs don't look like they're trying to press up the field, but in a few seconds they may chuck it and see if they can create something. Don't want it to be too risky. Malashek now will throw it ahead. And that's going to go off to the tennis courts. Basketball courts, I guess. Football pitches, whatever they are.
Yeah, they're little handball pitches, I think.
And Zinoviev will rip one the length of the field the other way for the final second of play. And nothing is anywhere near decided in this 5-8 semifinal game. Czech Republic and Germany tied 3-3. We are at the European Men's Lacrosse Championship, and we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Commercial break! We've been really busy over the past 2 years developing our very own women's lacrosse stick.
We are really proud of it. So stop by the shop. We would love to tell you more about it.
Good Stick Co. Come get a stick.
Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high-quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
Commercial break! We've been really busy over the past 2 years developing our very own women's lacrosse stick.
We are really proud of it. So stop by the shop. We would love to tell you more about it.
Good Stick Co. Come get a stick.
Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
Welcome back, lacrosse friends, to the 2025 European Men's Lacrosse Championship. We are in the 5 through 8 semis, and a great game here, a tense game between Germany and the Czech Republic. It's 3-3 after the half. I'm Steven Stamp with Bill Searle, and at the halftime break, Bill, we noticed Germany just stayed over at their tent, hung out outside. No big. The Czechs went inside to their locker room. We'll see if either pays off more dividends. I mean, go inside, you get out of the rain, you stay. But then when you come out, you're kind of getting all wet all over again. I don't know.
I don't know if it's an advantage or not.
I don't know. I think I would probably decide to go inside if I could, given that it's pretty steady rain. But
Germany, we watched their warm-up and that. They just sort of ignored the fact that it was raining.
yeah.
What a good scoop up here.
Jan Dobiash gets that ball, Hands it off there to Matej Krystal, and the Czechs will have the first offensive set of the second half. Caden Lasimski telling his teammates, just settle down. Each team with a 2-goal scorer. The Czechs, a pair from Lukasz Kuchera and another goal from Martin Peck. The Germans got the first 2 goals of the game through Justin Wismer and then Mark Brandenberger with the truck stick in the final 30 seconds of the half to tie it up. Here's a rip. That one's going to go wide from Caden Lasimski.
That's twice the Czech players have gained some clearance on players.
We haven't seen much of that
Speed.
in the game, have we?
There was twice in a row.
Yeah. Maybe going to the locker room helped. Well, that shot was not close. Did it hit the defender?
It hit something when he came around.
But I don't think it was going anywhere near the net anyway, judging by where it came out of the stick. Martin Peck trying to make something happen. Pavel Sirk trying to make something happen. And you know what? Given how good a shooter he is, I mean, he's the guy who scored the overtime goal last night. He is a deadly sniper. Probably had something going on.
Again.
And Peck creates some space this time. Another save by Zinoviev. He's having to stay alert.
Peck.
Procedure call on the goalie.
Back in.
Did he step in before he threw the ball into the back?
I'm not sure, but Peck had twice now has been able to dodge players. He doesn't seem to be affected by the wet field as much as
Bose with a rip. Another save by Zinoviev. And he'll come away with the ball, corralling that rebound. Yeah, and it's, look at the different footwear the guys have coming out. I mean, you can't wear like full-on cleats on here. You usually go with the numbers, but they can be tricky. Great check by Kuchera, helicoptering the stick out of the hands, and now he'll get the ball. And the Czechs go to the possession as Fujita was trying to race up into the offensive zone. Caden Bartuszek, number 14, with the ball. Czechs going to the bench a little bit. It's a long tournament. You need to have more than 10 guys who can go out and play for you. Sidearm rip. That's a little bit high from Brzezinski.
Again, I'm surprised players are shooting high.
Habit. Here's a chance for Bose. That one's high, and that one's not too high. That is a goal from Marty Bose, and it's 4-3. The Czechs squeeze back in front.
I think the defender gives him too much of a gap. By the time he gets to him, he's able to accelerate past. Defender starting from a standstill isn't always that easy on wet turf.
Yeah, you can see Rentaro Fujita, when he lost Bose coming through. Bose is so big and strong, and he's quick. He gets moving. He's hard to stop. And it looked like Fujita just realized, I'm beat. Let's just hope he makes a save, and I'm taken off for an outlet. Did not happen that way. David Beckman will kick it ahead to himself and come up with possession after Gnutsman had pulled it out of the center scrum. That one pops free, though, and Tilsher has it.
We have another ball just launching out of the top of the stick.
Pick off again. Here comes Shimon Kuchera. There's a good low shot, but it's swallowed up by Zinoviev. Outlet pass. This is the track meet you were talking about that might develop on a wet track. Pull shot goes wide on the far side. Boy, that was Miloslav Rachan, the defender, number 11 for the Czechs. Didn't come far from tapping that into his own net.
We saw Germany do that in a game earlier in the tournament. Long ball, trying to pick up the ball, threw it into the top corner of his own net.
Yeah. Was it Bulgaria or somebody, one of the newer teams, Portugal maybe, somebody swatting the ball back to his keeper. There's a shot saved by Malasek and almost knocked it in from like 3 feet out, 5 feet in front of him, maybe a couple meters. And he didn't just like kind of tap it. He like swatted this thing. The goalie had to be sharp. Violation. It's going to be Czech possession.
I think he called on a ward there.
There you go.
We've all had a situation where somebody puts a ball back to the net.
Yeah.
Either the keeper isn't paying attention or...
Another turnover. Here's Fujita. And the ball, it would seem to be much harder to hang on to because we're just having balls take off on guys, pop out of sticks. Such a challenge. The rain coming down steadily and pretty heavily. Winton Bastion, 12 goals in the tournament, looking for more, just a little bit high.
The two officials looking at each other, not sure what's going to be called here. So the ball has been awarded to the Czech player.
Yeah. Malasek taking his time.
Getting a little bit of pressure down there.
Brandenburger, and that quick pass back allowed Brandenburger to get right on top of him.
Well, the way the ball's coming out of the sticks, I'd be after the goaltender.
Yeah.
You know, and look at that.
Daniel slides to his hip, down to one leg to stop that one.
Safe
Balls
at
are just going
second
over.
base.
This is going to be an interesting second half. Watch every time a player catches the ball, you just see the spray bouncing up and off the sticks. The Czechs will slow things down. Martin Peck, he likes adjusting the gloves and elbow pads as he has the ball. Tosses it over
Now
there to Maciej Knotek. They've got
Slow
Thomas
change.
Knotek behind the net as they finish up the change. And they're filling the stack with a trio of players. They have Cirque trying to dodge from up top. Well defended, winds up passing it off, and here's Thomas Knotek. Got Kleinhempel on him. Fights out, there's some room for Bose. Rips it, scores! Almost exactly where he put the last one. Martin Bose back to back. It's 5-3 Czechs.
Boy, did he have a lot of space there at the top when he catches that to line up the shot.
Yeah, he was down amid the German defense was well packed in. And I just watched like back a handful of seconds. And he was, like, check this out, Bill. Look, he is here. He is right in the mid slot. He just drifts back and nobody goes with him. There's nobody within 4 or 5 yards of him at this point. And then the defender goes further back. He probably had 7 meters of space when that ball came out to him. Marty Bowles will take that all day long and put most of them in the net the way he just did. 7:11 to go here in the third quarter. Germans looking
Czechs
for
were
an answer.
late releasing a player at center. Couldn't take advantage of it.
Volkotson heading behind the net where Brandenburger is. We'll flip it over to Brandenburger. That was interesting. It looked like Kai Santowski was going to toss over to Jakob Bockerman, and Bockerman waved him off and pointed to go the other way. Now Bockerman is drifting up high as Santowski spins and shoots, saved by Malasek.
This is actually a really good play to roll back and put that in. He put the ball down low.
Yeah.
It's the right thing to do, but goaltender comes up with a stop.
You notice the last 4 low shots have been stopped and the last 2
Yeah.
high shots have gone in? Okay, the last 2 goals have been on high shots. They missed about 4 high shots before that.
Yeah.
So fair enough. Just saying. Martin Bowes with it again. Lasimski. Here's Bartuszek. Over to Lasimski. He's got room. Shoots high.
It's the same
He's got to start
situation.
shooting low. He has taken about 4 shots in this half, in this quarter. Every one of them over the crossbar.
But again, the player getting freed up there.
Yeah, that's true. And Lashimsky, who has 19 goals in the tournament, obviously he's a great shooter. Wonder if he's just going to switch it up. A couple of those have been right-handed. He is a left-dominant shooter.
And we have
What just happened? How did that?
Thomas Knotek cutting through the middle. Again, the German defense just seemingly falling asleep. Yeah, it's just a pass out from X right into the stick and in the net.
And honestly, he wasn't even cutting.
No.
When he cut, I mean, he took a step or two.
Look
he was
where
just
the
pretty much standing there.
German defender's stick is down.
Yep.
If his stick's up, I don't even think that pass gets through.
Wow. 6-3 Czechs. And I know I heard a lot of people throughout the early days of this tournament saying, you know, Germany, one of the top contenders to win this tournament.
Yeah.
I loved Justin Wismer's interview last night on the post-day summary show with Martin Januszewski. He was saying, they said, well, this and this. And he said, you know, we're not going to make excuses. You need to, if you want to win, we want to be competitive, you have to beat the teams that are there. Because they were saying, you know, it's a tough matchup, Germany and Ireland in the 4-5 game. That's a big challenge in a quarterfinal. He said, hey, if you want to win, you got to beat whoever's there.
You got to beat everyone.
It doesn't matter when you play them. If we want to win, we got to beat Ireland. And Rory Dunbar, to his credit, said, we love our matchups with Germany. Played them all kinds of times from U20 all the way up. And he said, this is the first time we've ever beaten them. So we love the matchups. We're thrilled to get one. But, you know, they're certainly not taking anything for granted. But Germany now, with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter, trailing by 3, certainly in danger of having to fight for their lives and a berth to the Worlds tomorrow against France. Or sorry, that'll be on Saturday against France.
It'll be Saturday, yeah.
The 5th place game will be tomorrow. The winner of this game playing against Latvia. Very impressive. Latvia rising in this tournament, playing very much as a team, and then losing their goaltender to suspension after their game yesterday. And they came out and just controlled the play.
Yeah, I talked to a few people who were looking at that game, and they were amazed at the amount of time Latvia had possession of the ball.
Notek behind the net, comes out to Kaczynski. Lasimski.
Oh, we have
Ward
a
off.
Not sure I agree with that one.
Is that similar to the one at the other end? Because I mean, it's the standard set.
Yeah.
Gotta,
I don't know if it was the same person calling it.
It was not. Oh, that pass skipping off the chest.
Oh, boy.
Moritz Spiegel, and the Czechs will get possession. And we've seen a few plays today with players having to play that. I mean, the extreme, of course, was Martin Hodan sliding into second base instead to stop that pass.
This is interesting. You're inside 2.5 minutes. You know, you hold off for a shot at the end, or just pass it around until you get a break, which seems to be what they're doing anyway. Yeah. Waiting for somebody to get caught out of position and then making that quick pass.
Yeah, kind of a hybrid maybe of between stalling for the last shot and just going after it. It's just wait until if something comes up. There's Martin Bose. He's thinking about shooting. He will. Bounces. Oh, right on the rebound was Simon Kuchera.
And he saves it.
Nice job by Pavel Sirk to race into the corner. Tap the ball knowing there's no way he could pick that ball up and stop within a foot of the sideline. That's a very headsy play for the youngster, Pavel Sirk.
Oh, there we go. Defender goes down again.
And they get a chance in front. Oh, Knotek was turning to shoot, and it just popped out of his stick. Snagged there by Kleinhempel. Fritz Kleinhempel.
The German defender had his hand on the Czech player's arm to gain control there. That's a big no-no. That should have been a hold.
Here's a sidearm rip over the top of the cage once again. Winton Bastion this time. But Brandenburger is back to get the reset for the backup and maintain possession.
The German player fell on his own.
Yeah.
Like just trying to move.
And it's, I mean, you're telling yourself, small steps, be careful, slide steps, be aware. But then your instincts take over, right? When you see something, you have to go. There's a pass to behind the net to Valkwatzen.
As soon as you react quickly, your feet don't want to do what you think they're going to do.
Here's a shooting angle. Oh, off the crossbar, and that's going to rocket over to the Czech bench. And Brian Whitman was skipping down the sideline, hoping his players were going to be close. They were not close enough to get that possession on the backup. It's funny to call it backup when it's on the side.
Yeah.
Seems more like a side up, but that just sounds weird. Fujita. Valkwatzen was going behind the net in front. Instead, he goes in front. Great pass. And Moritz Spiegel just taps one home. That's a lovely play by Volkwatzen.
Maybe Germany should go to more of that playing out from X
Yeah.
and just getting those defenders to turn around.
25 seconds left in the third quarter. It's 6-4 for the Czechs. Now, have they used timeouts? I'm trying to think what the timeout situation is.
I have no idea right at this point.
the
It
third
is the
quarter?
second half,
So we've got two.
I don't
I'm
think
trying to
we've
think-
had
I don't
a
think anybody's used one
timeout.
in the third here.
So each has 2 timeouts left
So probably whoever gets it, I'm thinking will probably take a timeout.
until they get it into the offensive end.
Right.
And there's a giveaway
There's a
again.
turned over. Pass ahead. Driving to the net. Lasinski is stopped. What a save by Zinoviev. They fling the ball down the field. The Germans have a chance. That ball gets away. It's going to roll out of bounds.
Now, I'm shocked they didn't use a timeout when he caught that pass.
The Czechs or the
German.
The Germans, yeah. So there's 4 seconds left. No point using a timeout now. It's just going to be a long low to high, and look at the ball, the water take off of the stick. Fritz Kleinhempel, he'll fling the ball the length of the field, and we will go to the fourth quarter with the score 6-4 for the Czech Republic over Germany in this 5-8 semi. I'm Steven Stamp with Bill Searle. This is the European Men's Lacrosse Championship in Wrocław. European Men's Lacrosse Championship in Wrocław. 15 minutes to see who will book their ticket for sure to the World Lacrosse Men's Championship in Japan in 2 years, and who will have to play one more game to try and do so.
It was interesting. We just had one of the goaltenders for
Yeah.
England out here testing out shoes on the turf.
Yeah.
Trying to decide what to wear.
Cleats or turfs? We'll see. Everyone's got to make that decision. I'm actually kind of surprised we haven't seen more players just running around before games, just checking them out.
My son Hunter just sent me a text saying it looks gross outside.
It's not balmy. There's a drive by Vismer. Scores far side. Beautiful drip shot just into the far top corner. And within 45 seconds, the Germans pull within one.
So you'll notice he gets a step and he does not change direction at all. Runs in a straight line, picks that top corner.
We used to play a game in grade 13 calculus when we'd get bored. Grade 13 back in the day.
Yeah, you and I did grade 13.
Yeah, we were in calculus, and we'd a few of us, several of us, we'd finish our work pretty early in the semester. We just switched to semester, so we had these long classes. So we'd play vector land speeder. And it was, you played on graph paper, and you had to go in a straight line direction. You tried to, and you had to double every time your little spot moved.
Was that between playing Dungeons and Dragons?
I never played Dungeons and Dragons.
Come on, calculus.
No, this was vector land speeder. It was a good calculus thing. But this is reminding me, like, you had to go in a straight line, vector land speeder. You could change direction, but not until the next move. These guys are not changing direction, as you said. Vismer just straight line.
And I think that's the key.
Yeah.
If you get a step, here we have another player getting a step.
Length of the field. Big save by Malasek. Unbelievable. Jake Steinfels, you could see him looking around. He couldn't believe nobody was covering him.
Well, that's it. It's a straight line.
Yeah.
I'm just going to keep going.
He trucks on back into the defensive zone.
Imagine
He's going to go pick up Lukas Kutera behind the net.
Momentum you pick up with a long pole running down and tying up the game.
Oh.
I was chatting with Steven earlier about, I thought Czechia.
Hold on, Vlasimski, hard shot, and that was Steinfels with a block. And now the battle for the loose ball is going to roll all the way out to Moritz Spiegel, the last goal scorer. Hard work on the way back from Peck, but he holds on to it down low. There's some change of direction, and that leads to a goal. Great footwork by Soren Spiegel, and he rips it home.
So you'll see by coming up and the defender going down, he's pedaling, trying to catch up to him. There you go. He's moving towards him, and you just can't accelerate. He started moving before he got that pass.
Yeah.
Smart play. Taking advantage of this slippery field.
That split second to get yourself in motion.
Again,
so you're not trying to start as you're catching the ball.
Yeah. I was talking about,
right.
Is Czechia going to try and kill the last 3 minutes of the half when they were up 3 goals? And they ended up turning it over and giving up a goal to come within 2.
Now 3 straight for Germany coming off of that. We're all tied up at 6. As we were at 3, as we were at 2. But yeah, the Czechs had pulled ahead. I didn't see what that call was.
I didn't either. I was a little worried about these guys ripping a ball back and forth right beside me.
Especially given how many balls we've seen.
Yeah.
Getting away from players. Israel's to our left, warming up, preparing for their game. England to our right. Nobody out for England right now. They're in the locker room. The Israelis out tossing some balls around.
So we talked about that strategy of going in the dressing room or staying out.
Oh, what a rocket! It appears that staying out might be the way to go as Justin Vismer puts it exactly where he put his last goal, but way faster.
4 unanswered goals.
Look at the spray just fly off of the net.
I don't know if Steven's getting this, but I'm getting this static.
Yes.
It sounds like rain.
Big time static. I was wondering that too. I was going to ask you, I thought, should I ask that on air? Yeah, why not? Hopefully that's not going to the broadcast. I don't think it will be, but yeah, I mean, these are challenging conditions for beyond the players. Our broadcast is, we had to not do a game the other night, not call a game because that was the Czech Wales, the thriller.
It was a different level of rain.
It was. That was the lightning break, and then here's a chance driving to the net and then pulling up very carefully was Matej Kressel. But yeah, and then the rain was just hammering down and blowing sideways. They just couldn't have the gear out. So they ended up recording that game. What a game to not get to call. I mean, that was a bummer. That was an awesome game. That was the 9-8 overtime win for the Czechs. We've got a 1-goal game here. Germany up 7-6, scoring the last 4 goals. Bartuszek trying to generate something from X. He's got the short stick. They've got Bose on the back door. They get it to him, score! He snuck in there and nobody noticed Martin Bose all alone.
And we're back to a chess match. Good job of Czechia stopping the bleeding there.
Kleinhempel goes for the slide to come down on Bartuszek, and there was just nobody to pick Bose up. He'd been hanging around a couple defenders, and he just quick backpedal over to the crease there, taps it home. 7-7, 8:40 to go in the game in regulation time. Everyone trying to fight along the restraining line to see if they can help their teammates come up with the ball. It's the Germans that come away with it. Zinoviev has it. Here's Kleinhempel. They get that one ahead.
A few little stutter steps and back pedal.
Witten Bastion into the offensive zone. They are making their gradual change.
We have a pile of English players in beside us checking out their footwear.
I think Simon Bellamy may have gone inside and said, go try it, guys.
Yeah.
See what you think. Because there's a decision to be made. Obviously, I mean, you like the turfs if you can, the smaller. Oh, just losing one defender, losing another. Fismer stopped by Malasek. That's a huge save.
Thought he might have put that shot on the turf.
What a save, though, by Malasek. After a pair of defenders just could not get the traction to
We're
move.
going to have a turnover again.
And Martin O'Dan points over to Malasek and says, yeah, that's on me. Here we have another look. Nobody comes to him. They just let Vismer shoot. That doesn't seem wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got about 8 English players to our right at the moment. They're out checking their shoes. Just a little sprint, try and cut, slam on the brakes. See how it goes. There's a shot from outside. Another save, Malasek. Oh, the putback was there for Spiegel. He couldn't get to it. Tilscher comes away with it. It's knocked loose. Germany, oh no. We're going to have a foul call. It's a penalty.
It's funny, the official put his hand up like there was a play on and then called a time served. He
It's
didn't
going to be
even
Moritz
really throw the
Spiegel.
flag.
He dropped the flag.
He dropped the flag.
I think it was a decision-making process. If the Czechs get it, do you want to just let them play on?
Or was there possession, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Here's a chance for Czechs to go back in front. Bose has it. He scored the last goal. He scored another one earlier. He's got at least 2 today. Down low. Chance for Knotek. He is stopped. And Steinfeld's coming away with it. Flicks it over to Boots behind the net. Nice outlet to
Big
Kleinhempel.
lane up the side, but he dropped small.
Oh, and then the ball he popped away from it. It did get to the goaltender, Zinoviev.
Wow. Great confidence in the goaltender to just spin away from that.
Yeah. I wonder if he's thinking, I can't believe I just did that. Maybe not the best play.
Wait till he watches that on the replay.
Yeah, that was a heck of a play. Rintaro Fujita does so much for this German team, and they are isolating him. There's nobody else other than Martin Bose within 30 meters, 20 meters. 20 meters is quite a ways, eh?
That is quite a ways.
Yeah. But it is. I mean, is it? That's 20 meters, right? From them to all the other players.
Yeah.
Now the Germans start to drive in. He'll circle around the top. Volkwatson keeps it moving on. Spiegel. Hands off to Moritz.
He's
Spiegel.
got the short stick. 2 sevens going at it.
And he's got some space, but nice little push by Kressel.
You wonder if he was looking for momentum off the push.
Yeah. A slip, but popping straight back up. What a piece of athleticism by Soren Spiegel to pop up off the turf. Volkwatson trying to see what's available for him. Hands off to Fujita. Little dodge across the top. He's going to rip it. Bouncer scores! A blast from Winton Bastion. That's what you've been asking for.
That's what I'm asking for. Where's the bounce shot been? The ball coming off wet turf is unpredictable at best. Yep. Get a step on the player. Let that bounce shot go towards the far side. You'll never get a true bounce off wet carpet.
Malashek gets some of it. Or did he? He may not have even touched it, actually. I thought it kind of handcuffed Malashek and went on, but I think it didn't. He didn't get a stick on it at all. The Germans back in front, 8-7.
Great loose ball pickup and a timeout call.
Yes. 3:33 to go. The Czechs use their first timeout as Szymon Kuchera snags that ground ball. And we'll see what they draw up. This has been a battle. Remember, the Germans won the round-robin play, or the pool play between these teams. That was an 11-9 win for the Germans, in which they scored the last 2 goals. It was tied up going into the final 10 minutes. And then Germany, Justin Wismar, who we've seen tons of today, got what proved to be the winning goal. So not unprecedented to see this kind of tightness.
Again, the winner of this is moving on to play Latvia for that 5th place. The loser of the game is playing to go on to Japan in 2027.
Against France.
Yep.
That one will be on Saturday at 1 or 3. I don't know, when is that on Saturday?
Pretty intense.
The first
game.
game's at 1. The second game is at, come on. Second game's at 3:30. And then the gold medal game at 6 p.m. So Czechs got here beating Poland. Remember that opening night? Czechs over Poland 10-9 in a fantastic game. Caden Vlasimski was dynamite for the Czechs. He's kept going all tournament. Then a 13-5 win over Spain. Then they get the loss to Germany, which cost them the day off. 18-3 win over Ukraine. 9-8 in overtime over Wales. And then they got kind of pounded by Italy, 18-9 in the quarterfinals. Bit of a surprise. I thought that would be a lot closer. Italy really ran away. 1-goal game. Lukasz Kuchera.
A little lift right into the face there.
He's going to get a shot off. It's stopped, but he's going to be the first guy there and scoops his own rebound up. Tried to make the pass. Can Bose stop it before it gets out? Yes. Comes away with it. That was a great check. Vlasimski. Oh, look at the sliding by Boots.
Look behind. Look on the crease there.
Hard shot off the top of the crossbar. Bose sends one up into the field behind us over by the building. That flew over everything. Kuchera. Long pass to Bose. He thought about going to Cirque and waited a second because Fujita was kind of waiting to pounce. Here goes Cirque on the short stick. Fujita. He's going to shoot. Bouncer just wide.
Great choice of shot. Just wide of the left post.
Knotek is there to back it up. The Czechs will go again. 2:06 to play. Oh, Bo's kind of double clutch. Couple of steps to go get that one. Starts to drive.
Germany's pushing out on that.
The defender lost the head of his stick.
If that's not broken, that is a penalty. This is really interesting.
So it's not broken. You're supposed to take it with you, and if it is broken, you leave it, right?
No.
No?
I believe it is a foul for the head to fall off your stick. Delay a game.
Oh, you know what? I think
it's
it is broken. Yeah, you can
broken.
see some
You can see the
shaft sticking out of the head.
That's
What a
fortunate.
time. Yeah. Here's a chance. Knotek scores. Evens it up. The deadly Thomas Knotek finds the back of the net.
No surprise there. Knotek stepping off. Now Knotek was not going off the field comfortably on that. Was holding his hip as he ran. I wonder if he took a shot there on that goal.
Trying to see where he is over on the bench now.
He's in the back there. I don't know if you can see him.
The Czechs come away with it. That's a confident pass back to your keeper from near midfield. Nice job by Andrei Striblik. Or sorry, Jan Dobiash coming away with that win and passing it back. Padan. The Czechs still have a timeout, right?
Yep.
So if they get over center,
Yep.
will they use it or are they going to wait for a while?
The importance of
Yeah,
having
they want
that,
timeout.
the importance of keeping
yeah.
that timeout to hold possession.
Yeah, I looked across at the bench and saw coach's hands, but 6
Yeah.
inches apart, waiting for the ball to get over center and then come down. So 1:09 to play, 8-8 the score. Czechs in possession with a chance to, I assume, kill about 65 seconds and then try and score.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to shoot right away.
No.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one.
Wow, what a game we have. Thanks for being with us on WLTV and Lax TV. I'm Stephen Stamp with Bill Searle. It's been quite a week. We're in day 9 of the European Men's Lacrosse Championship.
Watched a lot of lacrosse this week.
Yes.
Are you surprised with Italy?
A little bit. I mean, we all knew they'd be good, but I didn't think they'd run away from the Czechs the way they did in the quarters.
Yeah.
Are you surprised with Latvia?
Yes. Yeah. You know what? Just to come back from what they dealt with yesterday.
Yeah.
You know, they could have easily, fallen apart. Now, I didn't watch the game, but I heard they had possession 80% of the game.
Yeah, that's what they're saying. Stay with us post-game. There'll be a little break while the players shake hands and things, and then Summer and Sam will be on the field, and they will be interviewing a player from each team. Not sure yet who they're going to get. We're waiting to see how this plays out. Who will be the hero that books his team's tickets to Japan 2027? A little slip, but regaining composure. Heading down now. Is Konotek back out there?
He's standing at the end of the bench there.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah, he's got his helmet off, gloves off. He's not coming back in here. Martin Bose is saying, settle it down, as is the bench. Martin Peck will slow it. He's watched there by Timo Sander. Stall warning goes into effect.
Oh, his back foot came close to
So
slipping
close. Caden Vlasimski was right there, and he was looking across. A little slip. Maintains it, spins off the check. Hits the cutter, misses the cutter. Peck's going to pick it up, though. Down to 20 seconds. Driving to the net. Peck with a shot. 11 seconds. Zinoviev passes it off. They fling it ahead. They get it over center.
I don't think there's time.
No, there's no time. They're just going to have to shoot. We are going to go to golden goal time in this 8-8, 5th through 8th semifinal. What a game. The Czechs, for the second straight game, will go to overtime. The Germans will play their first golden goal effort. We'll be back in 2 minutes to see who's going to go on to Japan and who will have more work to do. Welcome back to Cross Friends. We are ready to get a golden goal. It is 8-8 Czechs and Germans. We're in overtime. 4 minutes on the clock. The first goal will win.
There are no timeouts.
No timeouts. Possession so important here. Jan Dobiasz won the last faceoff for the Czechs. Anton Knutsman has done a good job for Germany. And they are battling. Pulled out by Dobiasz, but Knutsman, or actually Rentaro Fujita goes and gets it.
And there's
What's
where
the call?
He's out of bounds.
He's out of bounds.
But there's where you don't have a timeout to save that possession.
And your only hope really is just kind of fling the ball back over your shoulder, and that's not easy either.
Wow.
Long pass.
You don't know who you're throwing it to either.
Yeah, yeah. At least you're in the offensive zone. If it's not as if you're throwing it across in front of your own net like Martin Hodan did in the one spot earlier in the game.
Probably better off throwing it into the offensive corner and
Yeah,
creating,
yeah, just fling it down.
creating a one-on-one.
Lisimski hands it off. Kuchera keeps it moving quickly. Here's Bose.
Oh,
Oh, it pops out of his stick. Oh, a bit of a break. It hit his foot and rolled back, and he was able to get it. And he takes a big sigh. Yeah, he shakes his head. He can't believe it. That was a break because David Beckman has 3 goals in this tournament. He can take off and do damage. Number 9 for the Germans. Didn't get the chance. Stall warning is on. The rip just wide by Pavel Surk, who scored the winner last night, was looking to do the same thing again.
it's interesting stall call. Really
Quick.
early in the. Didn't look like anyone wasn't making an effort to go in.
I mean, why wouldn't you? Kuchera.
Yeah.
Oh, he's thinking. Now he's going to pass over to the far side. Hard rip by Martin Peck. Just never really looked dangerous, though, did it?
No.
No, I don't.
The goaltender reaction was that was way wide.
Here's Cirque. Oh,
Good
big
check.
defensive effort there from Timo Sander. It will be picked up again by Peck. Oh, I guess it's not 2 games in a row. Sorry, it was Tuesday night. The Czechs went to overtime. Will it end here? No! It's a little high. Lisimski has ripped out 6 shots over the crossbar today.
Just to note that Thomas Knotek is well to the side of the bench.
Yeah, he's
With
not.
his-
He is
with his
not at
helmet
all
off.
involved. Kuchera slips, so he's going to shovel it over. Quick slide, and there's a slip and slide, but Lisimski has it.
Oh, and it's
Scores!
over.
Caden Lisimski buries that one. The Czechs win in overtime again. Caden Lisimski, golden goal. The Czechs are going to Japan.
Wow. Got a step on the defender and right after falling down.
What a great job to handle the ball as he did fall. Kuchera slipped, so he had to make the pass quickly, and the defender, Timo Sander, was all over Lisimski.
And just couldn't catch up.
Could not catch him. That, it's so hard to get a good first couple of steps and watch the steps when you get a chance to watch again. Really nice job by Caden Lisimski. As he gets up, he pushes off with that back left foot and somehow found the purchase. When you go back and watch it, his first step coming out was just dynamic, and that's what created it. He rips it home. Oh, what a goal. Woo. Summer and Sam, who are you talking to?
Gotta be Simpson.
It's going to be
Commercial break! We've been really busy over the past 2 years developing our very own women's lacrosse stick.
We are really, really proud of it. So stop by the shop. We would love to tell you more about it.
Good Stick Co. Come get a stick.
Good Stick Company is here to manufacture and produce lacrosse sticks locally here in the Czech Republic. Our mission is to make lacrosse more accessible so more kids can have access to affordable, high quality equipment so more people can play this game and we can share this sport around the world. Our philosophy on pricing is quite simple. By removing all these different logistics and these middlemen in the manufacturing process of lacrosse sticks, we can pass those savings on to you. We can make these quality lacrosse sticks affordable for more people.
We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse. We honor our indigenous roots and international history. Lacrosse is more than a game. We play with speed, heart, and precision. Young, modern, electric, inclusive, growing across the globe. Lacrosse is everyone's sport, governed globally by World Lacrosse.
I'm joined here on the sidelines with number 4 from Czechia, Aiden Vlašimský. After a huge overtime win over Germany, Aiden, you scored the overtime goal. Going in overtime, what was the message? How'd you guys win?
I think the message was kind of just, we've stuck in this game. The conditions were pretty bad. They played really tough. We made a lot of mistakes. They made a lot of mistakes. It was kind of just, this is what we wanted coming into this. We wanted a tight game. And we went out in there and we played probably our best possession of offense for the entire game at that end there and got it done.
You guys always seem to be in these close, you've been in a few overtime games, always in these close games. What gives you that fight to really keep going and win?
I think it's really, to be honest, the Czechs, we like to drink our beers. We're pretty laid back, and that gets us in trouble a lot of times. We've had some games, 3 games really, that we've gone up by 5 goals or so and let teams fight back at the end because we just kind of get complacent, and we knew we couldn't do that today. It was a tough game the whole time. I probably shot my worst shooting percentage, couldn't hit the net at all today, but kept fighting, relied on my teammates. They got it done the rest of the day, and that allowed me to finally get one, put it in the back of the net to win the game. And I just couldn't be more happy. I love these guys. I love spending my summers over here. They're second family to me. It means everything. I played college ball, but this is really exciting. I'm really excited to go to Japan with these guys.
That was going to be my next question. So with this goal, that win sends you to Japan in 2 years to compete in the World Games. What's that experience going to be like for you, not only for 2 years, but how are we celebrating tonight?
The beers are going to get drank tonight. Let's just say that. I mean, we went to war on the field today. We're going to war at the fucking bar tonight. We'll just say that.
And you got
I'm sorry, were you saying something?
All right, you got anything you want to say in Czech? Anybody back home?
Pivo, prosím.
One more time. Aiden Vlašimský as Czech defeats Germany 9-8 in overtime here at the 2025 European Men's Lacrosse Championships.
Alrighty, girlie, what's going on? I'm here with Rintaro Fujita, number 20 from Germany, after a tough loss to Czechia. Tough loss today. If you won this one, you could have went to Germany or Japan, but you still have a chance. Saturday, you have the chance to play France, Japan, but you have an off day. So how are we going to use this off day to bounce back?
Well, obviously prepare as good as possible. We have another chance and we want to make the best out of it. So yeah, we will be here Saturday and give everything we have and use that chance. Yeah.
And what would it mean to you to be able to play for Germany in Japan?
Well, everything. I mean, since I think it's one of the first World Championships with a qualification, obviously only the best teams will get there, and we definitely want to be part of this. So yeah, we'll give everything we have.
Awesome, thank you. That's Regito, number 20 from Germany. Thank you.